Okay, so what's up everybody? My name is Ralph from TechRS and today we are back with another tech news. So for the tech news for today's video, we're going to jump back, look at the latest articles we can find about tech. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first article I have is the Razer Pikachu earbuds coming to a Pokeball. Of course, we already know that Razer said this was planning on making its own truly wireless earbuds, but they're also coming out with a Pikachu version. So of course they are yellow, as you can see right here. But the charging case they're coming in is actually a Pokeball instead of just a normal charging case you see by Apple or with Samsung. They will be launching in China for about $120 on April the 16th. I mean, I think that the concept is really nice. Of course, the Pokeball looks really good, but the problem you are going to have, because it is a round case, is that you can't fit it in most of the pockets. For example, if you want to take it in your pocket, it will not feel that good because it's round. Of course, it has a flat bottom, but still. I think those round balls don't fit in that pocket as well, but I think for overall the design, it does look really nice. So that was about all they said in this article. So let's jump to the next one. Okay, so the next one is that Red Magic 5G phone is the first phone with an actual 144 Hz display. Of course, 144 Hz is the speed in which your display refreshes. This is really fast. 144 Hz is what they mostly use for gaming monitors, but now they are actually planning it to put it in your phone. For example, for gaming, you can now this is mainly a gaming phone because it's also got 5G, so that's for network speed. It's a really fast network speed. The screen is overall pretty large screen, 6.65 inch screen, 180p with an OLED panel. So for the colors you will have pretty nice colors. 180p is your average for your screen. There are already some with 1440 I think, but I'm not sure. But still, for a normal phone screen, 180p is more than enough because it's a rather small screen. If you look to your monitor, this is much more bigger, so then you will notice it. But on a phone, you will not notice it that much. As I already said, it's a gaming phone and it will support the Snapdragon 865 5G, as it said here, obviously, because you do need a fairly fast network speed to be able to game, as well as that to need those full 144 Hz screen. It goes up to 12 gigabits of RAM. You got 256 gigabits of storage, and Android 10, of course. 4500 milliamp hour battery, but it can be fast charged. 4500 isn't that much, but of course when it's able to fast charge, it's good enough at 55 watts, which is fast charging. No wireless charging. I mean, wireless charging is nice because you can just lay your phone somewhere and pick it up without having to plug in the cable. The camera isn't that good, but of course you could expect this because of course it is a gaming phone and not an average phone you can find. It has a triple lens setup with a 64 megapixel sensor. You get an extra headphone jack. The phone will be sold at $580 for an 8 gigabit of RAM with 128 gigabits of storage, but you can also buy the more expensive one for $650 and you'll get a 12 gigabit and a 256 gigabits of storage, and of course 12 gigabits is the RAM. So that was about it for this article. Let's go to the next one. And of course, as most of you already know, PlayStation came out with a new controller. I think the design is nice. Of course, it isn't the form that you are used with your normal PlayStation controller, But what PlayStation actually said is why they did this is because they can now storage more hardware in it. So what they put in there is they put more like vibrations in it, and so you get more of the sensation of your game in your hand. Um, of course, I think this is nice because when you are playing your game, you will actually feel all the vibrations and all the gameplay you are playing. So I think this controller actually looks better than the controller we had before from PlayStation. I do think it looks a little bit close to the Xbox controller because I don't know, I think it just has like the same form as the Xbox controller. Of course, it isn't exactly the same, but it looks pretty close to it. Also, that's the only thing they mentioned about this controller is the design. No overall specs and what I said. So for the next article, we have that OnePlus 8 Pro will have a super fast 30 watt wireless charging. Of course, we knew that the OnePlus 8 was coming out. It's a new phone from OnePlus. I'm a big fan of OnePlus. I actually still have a OnePlus myself. I think this phone actually is really nice. Of course, the cameras looks exactly the same as most of the OnePluses you had before, but the front-facing camera doesn't actually, because the OnePlus 6 has it in the middle with a notch, the OnePlus 7 has the one that comes out, and the OnePlus 8 has only the little dot. So that's a big improvement, I think, because the sliding out, it was fast but not that useful. So I think OnePlus learned from this and said, okay, let's just not do that anymore. So with actually wireless charging, you will be able to charge your phone up to 50% in just 30 minutes. So that's really fast. That's what you mostly get when you charge your phone with a cable, with fast charging. But of course, most of the devices are even faster one, up to like 55 watts or 50 watts of fast charging. But 30 watts is pretty impressive, especially with this phone. Of course, when it's wireless charging mostly doesn't go that fast, but still, when you have it on a phone, it's really useful. It also says right here that they are expecting to announce an actually phone that will be capable of 40 watt wireless charging, so that's even faster. So overall, I think that's pretty good improvement. Here you can see what they did to make sure that this was possible. I don't know these terms, but what I can see from this is that they have the same start, but they have two charging pumps for charging your battery instead of only one. So you will actually have two inputs for charging your phone and not only one. That was about it. Let's go to the next one. So on April the 22nd, Motorola is planning to announce the new phone. We know Motorola for camera phones mostly. They take really good cameras, but as well as they have pretty good normal specs. They are like the new phone from this year, the new company, the new brand. We didn't used to know them like last year. When we look a year back, we didn't actually know Motorola yet. But they are coming up pretty big, so they are bringing out good and nice phones. They expect to have a 865 processor, so a really fast processor with 812 gigs of RAM, a 5000 milliamp hour battery, 108 megapixel sensor for your camera, 12 megapixel wide angle camera, and 8 megapixel telephoto camera. So for zooming, your telephoto, and of course your wide angle. We all know what that is. It will actually have a 3.5mm headphone jack, which I didn't expect, because most of the upcoming phones actually don't have headphone jackets, because a lot of the buyers that buy new phones are already improved in getting Bluetooth devices and Bluetooth headphones or earbuds, so they actually most of them don't use the headphone jacket anymore. So I don't know why they did this, but still, it's possible. Then we are going to look at the best camera phones, whether you're an Apple fan or an Android fan. The best Apple iOS is of course the iPhone 11 Pro. It's the newest version of the Apple. A really nice phone, Pretty expensive though, but still, it looks nice. Of course, the pictures are really good. It has almost everything you need in the camera. Then for the big display, this phone is the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Really nice phone, pretty big phone as well, but you can actually use a little pen for it. So for if you want to Photoshop your pictures on your phone itself, it's possible with this screen because it's a pretty heavy and big screen. Then for the best value, we of course have the Oneplus 7T. But this is the latest phone from Oneplus. Of course the 8 is now coming out, but it isn't out yet. So for now the Oneplus 7T is has a pretty good camera. Of course it doesn't come close to like the Apple camera or one of these other cameras, but for the value you only have to pay $500 to get this phone. So that's overall really nice. Then for the best for portraits photos is where your main subject is a human. Most of the portrait photos has black background or color background that doesn't like pop out as much. Then the person you're trying to Photoshop is like the main idea. So what we are looking at is the Sony Xperia 1. Sony also has nice phones, so pretty nice to look at that. And then the best add-on camera is the LG G8X ThinQ dual screen. So it's a foldable screen. You can pop this phone open to get an extra screen for when you're taking pictures, for example. I don't know, I'm not big fan yet of the folding phones. I think when they improve them, I can become a fan of them, but for now they're still very thick and stuff like that, so I don't use them. Well, that was about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Consider subscribing, leave me a like, turn on that little bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.